Hi everyone, and this is Krissy from InTheStars by Krissy.com. Okay, guys, so for the month of August 2019, what really is the deal here? August 2019 is something very important, but it is just like the tip of the iceberg of what we are going to be experiencing. It is in the month of August where we really see things. We get the sense of an idea where we are heading. The month of July is like a game changer month for many people, but we weren't really able to see um, the bigger picture of things. There is still a confusion element right there because we do have a Mercury retrograde happening and all that. But the key here that you guys need to understand is that everything is happening for a reason. A lot of us might have this questions and ideas to think about wherein we question that why is it that the skies, astrology, and planetary alignments just never goes into how we want it. Whenever some positive alignment happen in the sky, there is that sense of but Mercury is retrograde, but the planet is invisible. There's always some form of problems, that is happening under the surface of things, which makes a difference on the predictions and all that. So a lot of people might be having a lot of questions on that. But I'm here to let you guys know that everything is happening for a reason. And if you have read my July 2019 newsletter, which you can access on my website in the stars by Krissy.com/blog. It's where I post my monthly updates and all that. And if you do subscribe to my newsletter, you will receive that as a notification on your email on a monthly basis with additional freebies, of course. So, yeah, if you're interested with that, just go to the link and sign up. But, anyways, let's go back to the topic. I've been talking about this since July, and I have mentioned that all these eclipses and everything that has been happening has a lot to do with the Venus retrograde that had occurred during October 2018. So it was last year. So everything is lining up. For me, in a very intuitive level, I see this more of a build up happening since that time frame. We are going to be challenged in a very um, psychic level, especially in terms of our relationships. And don't you guys think it's very surreal that that Venus retrograde is actually happening in the Libra and Scorpio axis? And if you take everything in consideration with the Mars and Venus invisible in the skies during August, it is when they touch upon September and October, wherein they both become visible, and it will touch upon, they will be landing on Libra basically. And then there is going to be a new moon in Scorpio, and we're back to that. Um, we're back into that Libra and Scorpio axis once again. So I really think that's interesting. And once that happens, we are going to be entering a stage of no turning back. But we are going to be finishing up something in our life, something of a relationship that was meant to happen. But we probably had a cold feet. It gave us a taste, definitely, on what we are going to be experiencing, but at the same time it also led us to go astray from it. But this is the time, most of 2018 is teaching us a lesson of what it really takes to have a relationship, that is definitely very important to us. How we are going to be valuing relationships and commitment, especially those who tends to flutter around, linger around in one relationships to another. There is a major important lessons that are missing out in our life that we need to undergo and experience as a whole. This is why all of this is really happening. So yeah, and this is all going to be coming to the surface one by one, layer by layer, once the mid-month of August starts kicking in, as the full moon enters the scene, of course. And yeah, and by then you will see that everything is just making sense now, especially when we go to the full moon in Aquarius. Then Jupiter goes direct and Mercury goes in full direct, because even though that Mercury has started its direct phase around August 4, it went direct, but we are still in the shadow phase, and we are still feeling the repercussions that the retrograde phase has given us in the past few um, months or weeks, all that. And I have also mentioned that because of the Mercury conjunction to Neptune in Pisces around March, things did not really help. It's like one problem to another. So we had a rough start, and I have to admit, we all had a rough year. I mean, it's not all bad, really. It's not all bad. Or is it? It's not all bad, but I would say that it it really shakes up a lot of foundational issues in us. And I don't know, as much as possible, I'd like to see the positive things in life as much as I can. So yeah, we can have that sense of feeling troubled and all that. There is a problem that has occurred. I guess that is how I should say it, because I know that not a lot of astrologers are, you know, I mean, let's get real here. Let's get real here. I'm not going to give names, but not all astrologers are giving us the truth of what is really happening in the skies. Maybe because they don't want bad comments, or they're just saying one specific alignment and that alone, and they are disregarding the other aspects involved. And personally, for me, I think that's good, but in some way, I kind of feel it defeats the purpose of giving people the message that they need to know. And for me personally, I think that the January eclipses really triggered a lot of problems in us, because the fixed star involved there is not really a fixed star that is very much positive. It is a fixed star that was involving a lot of quarrels and arguments. So it was not really surprising that for many people, especially those who have Capricorn in their important areas of their own natal chart, especially if you have that in your, northwest, east, south axis, which I call it, but it's the crossing points of the chart. Um, they are impacted in a bigger in a bigger way, that kind of situation. And there has been a lot of hazy confusion here and there because after that eclipse, we had this Mercury retrograde in Pisces in conjunction with Neptune also in Pisces. So that's a lot of confusion. And, that went over for a few months as well. So we enter that phase of a lot of, haziness. I would call it haziness. And we're not really seeing things in a very clear manner. And when Neptune went its retrograde, we suddenly see the truth. Like, we get this aha moment that of what's really going on, but at the same time, we were not really able to correct them. It's not really enough for us to reconcile, for us to fix or make amends. But this time around August, we have a lot of planets going in a forward momentum. They are going to be direct, especially Jupiter. And that is going to make a difference. Mercury finally direct. Also, the most important part, I guess, that I should not miss out telling you guys is that how everything is going to go to Virgo. And what is Virgo? Virgo is the sign of fixing things. It is a sign of working things out, wanting to fix things. That is Virgo. Getting into the details of things, that is all Virgo. And it's very important that we are entering that phase because this is the time wherein we can fix situations, we can fix relationships because the energy of this whole energy of August is really focused on relationships. Since July, actually. And with the activation points of Uranus, being very active in the sky, we all know that, some form of shakeups are going to occur. And it is in this second half of August as well that Uranus goes retrograde. And that is another important factor wherein I tell you that there is going to be fixing that is going to be happening. It's not about something new. It's about something that came from the past or past issues that we needed to clear out first. Because it is not until October to November time before we enter to a really different timeline, I would say, for a brand new future. So let us just say that we are feeling the effects of 2018 or 2017 in an extended time. Something like that, I guess. Yeah. So I would say that August is a month full of potentials. Yes, it is invisible. It is combusted in the sky, but this is because we needed to reflect. There is something that we needed to come to face, to confront, to see the truth of the situation, to realize something. That is what it is. And we have been experiencing some form of difficulty in adjusting to this, especially during the first half of August when, Leo is very strong. And when Leo is very strong, we don't really compromise things. And it's very expected to encounter problems here and there during that kind of a situation. But it is during the second half of August that makes a whole lot of difference. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will slowly see the effects of the second half of August. And I'm really, really happy for that. I mean, something has to die. I mean, not literally, of course, but a certain aspect, a certain situation needs to be revamped. and it goes with relationships. It goes with a specific area of your life where Sagittarius and Capricorn is, I would say. They are the most important aspects right there. Or where your Jupiter and Saturn is in your own chart, you need to take a look at that in a very close manner and how it's going to be playing a role in your life. So yeah, so August is actually a very wonderful month. I do apologize I'm not able to give you guys the charts even though I have prepared them. As you all know, if you are on my Facebook and all that, my computer just exploded like crazy. And I have this psychic who told me that I tend to have a high vibration kind of thing, and people who have that kind of energy tends to fry up computers. And I personally think that was absurd. But the funny thing here is that the technicians who fixed the computer actually told me that the computer got burned or something like that, but I did not lost any data at all. Once they fixed it, I didn't lose any files. So I don't know what's the deal with that. But I did not lose any files, and everything is still here in order. I did not have to redo anything at all. They just had to fix the machine itself because they said it was burned up, and I had no idea about it because what I did was just unplug the computer, and when I plugged back again, it just won't open. So I think that was just a very funny situation for me. So yeah, funny yet insightful. So I'm not sure if you guys have any experiences like that, especially if you are highly spiritual, or if you have high vibrations and all that. So yeah. So yes, August, please do let me know how August is going to be manifesting for you guys, and what happens to you in a very personal level, collective level, especially at the second half of August. Also, I'd like to mention that the month of August, especially for the second half, integrity, justice, and truth is going to be very important. It's going to be a lucky part of our life. There's going to be some form of luck involved here. But anyone who abuses things are going to be suffering the consequences that Saturn is going to play to give them, or something like that. Because Saturn is going to be very prominent to the second half of August. So if you've been a bad girl, if you've been a bad guy, you might need to be extra cautious and aware if you should be risking things for ill intention. So that's just something I want to put it out there. So yeah, I hope you guys have a really wonderful August, and I'm really excited to tell you guys all about September, because that is a brand new energy that's actually a little bit more uplifting and all that. So yes, thank you for watching with me, and please do like, share, subscribe, comment below if you haven't, and make sure to tick the bell icon over here or here, I don't know, to make sure you get notified when I post new videos like this. And yeah, I'll see you guys again next time.